Okay, here we are in Canvas, and we're going to work on our Little Ricky magazine spread. Right here is the assignment. And here we have our InDesign document for a 32-page perfect bound magazine. And down here is a link to the InDesign spread for the cover of the magazine. And then here we have the page numbers that you are assigned to design in the magazine. Let's say, for instance, I am on the Pitch Black team. I'm responsible for pages 17, 18, 19, and 20. And I want to educate readers about vinyl printing on the Roland printer in the magazine. We can also include a product ad for the page. It could be for Pitch Black, what we've already designed, the video game. So I'm going to start here with downloading the InDesign document. And here we have our 32-page spread. And I am on the Pitch Black team, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So here we have 17, 18, 19, and 20. I'm going to hold down the Z key for the zoom. So according to those page numbers, we have a spread on page 18 and 19. So in the magazine, we want to print this in several different ways. We want to use the laser printer to print some of our pages, and we want to use Big and Little Ricky offset lithography to print some of our pages. Big and Little Ricky are single color printing presses, so I want to have page 18 and 19 printed on Big Ricky, and I want to put some images on there, so I need to create a halftone screen on those images. So I'm going to go to the internet, and I'm going to feature a photographer, My Photography, since this is out of convenience. So I'm going to type in Mark Jeffrey Photography. And here's my website, and I want to put an image on there of a landscape. I think that this picture of Lake Tahoe will make a great black and white image for printing on, let's say, Big Ricky. So I'm going to hit Shift-Command-4 to do a screenshot. And then I will take this image into Photoshop and see if it is big enough to print. I'm going to go to Image, and go to Image Size. And if I change this to 300, I have a 9:6 size image. And we could print the image in the magazine bigger than that because the resolution is at 300, and we are only going to print this at 85 line screen, or say for instance 85 pixels per inch. So the image that I got screenshot off my website is a big enough image. But Big and Little Ricky are single color presses. We would need a 4-color press if we were going to print this with color. So what I need to do to this image is change it to black and white. So I'm going to go to Image, Mode, Grayscale. I'm going to discard the color. And now we have a black and white image that we can print. But the resolution is still too high, and it is in pixels. So we want to create the halftone screen. So I'm going to go to Image, Mode, Bitmap. I'm going to flatten the image. And here in Bitmap, we have our output, our resolution, and it is 300 pixels per inch. I'm going to change that to 1200 because I want that to match the output of our laser printer. And we're going to use the laser printer to print the printing plates. So we want that at high resolution. And here in the method, I want to change this to halftone screen. And then I'm going to click OK. And here in the halftone screen, I want to print this at 85 line screen, which we did a demo earlier in the semester of 150 line screen, 85, 65, and it appeared 85 printed pretty well. And then we want to put this at a 45-degree angle. And the shape of our halftone screen, we want to be round. Okay, so now I've created little dots. Our line screen are DPI, dots per inch. And as you see, as I'm scrolling around on this, that it's making some weird cross patterns. It's creating a moire pattern. And that is the pixels on my screen trying to line up with those little dots and creating some checkerboard patterns. We should eliminate that problem once we print onto the printing plates. It will just be the dots. Okay, so I'm going to put this on center spread of our magazine, but I'd also like to add a photograph, a portrait. So I'm going to go back to the internet, and I'm going to go back to Mark Jeffrey Photography. I'm going to go to Images, and here I found on the internet my Facebook photography page, and I'm just going to still this portrait. Shift-Command-4 on a Mac for a screen grab. I'm going to take that image, open it in Photoshop, and we're printing this on Big or Little Ricky, so we need to eliminate the color because they are single color presses. I go to Image, Mode, Grayscale, Discard. Might want to check the image size too, since this is something I grabbed off the internet. It is, let's change this to 300. It is a 3x5, so we might not want to print this as a big image in the magazine. If it stays small, it'll keep its resolution. And now I'm going to go to Bitmap and do the same process for turning it to a halftone screen. Pixels per inch, 1200 to match our laser printer, halftone. 85 line screen at 45. And we will be able to print that as a small image in the magazine. Okay, I'm going to go to InDesign. I guess I need to save these images first. Let me go to File, Save As. I'm going to save this to the desktop. I'm going to save it as a TIFF file. Save this to the desktop as well. Save it as a TIFF file. Okay, now I'm going to go to InDesign, and we have 17, 18, and 19 and 20 pages to design. I am going to make this a center spread. We're going to print on Big Ricky. Rectangular frame tool, and I'm going to place the image on the margins. Something image, something like that. I'm going to go to File, Place. Here's that image I saved to the desktop. I want to fill that frame. Come up here, fill frame proportionally. And then I want to take my portrait, maybe place my portrait right here. It is a small image, so I don't want to make that too big. I'm going to go to File, Place. And then maybe a little bit of information here about me and the photograph. I'm just going to put placeholder text there. Fill with placeholder text. And maybe to make this stand out more, I am going to click up here in the first paragraph somewhere, and then in paragraphs, you might need to open this, go to View, and open this in Paragraphs. Window. And Style. Type and Tables, Paragraph. And you could put a drop cap on this just to capture the reader's attention. And there is my center spread, pages 18 and 19 in the magazine. Up here, you could just create an ad. You could put, the pitch black with the logo that that you have created, and an ad for pitch black. We are also in charge of page 20, so you could put something down here about how to use Illustrator to put a cut path and print on the Roland printer. And then once these are submitted, we'll print these halftone screens on Big or Little Ricky. Maybe if perhaps you want to put a single page here with a halftone screen that we could print on Little Ricky. I'll let you guys design this. But once your design is complete and you have taken care of these 4 pages, you'll have to package this document. And you need to go to File, Package, package this document. You'll need to save it. It is titled Little Ricky Folder, and I'm going to name it Mark. I'm going to save it to my desktop. Here is that folder that I saved. If I open it, I have fonts and links. If I open these links, I have links to those images in the TIFF files. And then I want to compress this or zip it. And then this zipped compressed file is what I want you to turn into Canvas for 20 points extra credit. And we will print this on Big Little Ricky. And if you have like a full color image, we can print that on the laser printer, perhaps a inkjet printer. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you've created, and we'll finish printing this throughout the rest of the semester. Thanks for watching.